What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Who that comics and movies coming at you with a little unboxing with a funny story. So, welcome to CBCA. I think CBCA or CBC. I don't know. I didn't win one, so the non-award unboxing channel. Welcome. So, all right. So the CGC unboxing. This has a funny story. As everybody knows, the post office is closed today. And let me get my books ready for to show what you can win as a channel member. But all right, so everybody should know that post office is closed today. Banks are closed today. So I had a CGC order. It said it was going to get delivered on Tuesday. I didn't think nothing of it because I was like, well, FedEx is not going to be able to deliver because the post office is closed. So I was like, all right, I'll end up getting it Wednesday. It's no biggie, no rush. So I went about my day because I'm off today. Shout out to all the veterans. And it was very I don't know what made me check the tracking, but I happened to check the tracking. It said it was on the thing to be delivered, and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be delivered. Well, it shouldn't be delivered because nobody's at the post office because it's a holiday, and I really don't like the vertical, so I'm actually going to hide the vertical because it's bothering me. But a lot of people, so go back to I didn't think it would be delivered today, but I happened to have to run a couple of errands today, so. I went and checked the shipping, and all of a sudden FedEx, it said delivered, and I was like, delivered? Who the hell is it delivered to? Nobody's at the post office. They're closed today. It's a holiday. So I said, let me get my keys to see. Maybe somebody was working. And they received it and they just put it in a box for me. So go to the post office. Lo and behold, this box is sitting like this by the entrance door to get into the post office. Like you can get into the way you get your PO boxes. Then they have an entrance to get to the where you can buy stamps and all that stuff, drop off packages. So it was sitting there on a table. They have a table where people can work on stuff and then go inside. It was sitting there. It was sitting there for at least 30 minutes because when I saw it got delivered, I was close to 2 o'clock. It was close to 2 o'clock when I went there. It was like around 1:30 when it said it was. Well, actually, I could tell you exactly what time it was. It was 1:39, so it wasn't 30 minutes. It was about 21 minutes. 21 minutes when I went to the post office and saw it sitting outside of there, where anybody could have picked it up, which is crazy. Anybody could have picked it up for almost 30 minutes. And I'm like, who? So I haven't called yet to speak to customer service, but I did leave a review, like a 1-star, and explain why. And then when I did more of my research looking into it, nobody at the post office signed for it. The driver signed my name and left the package. I was outdone. I was like, what? So after I do this unboxing, I will be calling FedEx and reporting that because I don't, like I just told you, I was okay with having to wait for it because the post office is closed. Nobody can receive it. I'd rather have my stuff delivered to the post office because I'm not home all throughout the day. If I'm like have a job, have a family, so I'm not home all day to wait for a package. Because they'll say they're going to be here from 10 to 2 p.m. That's 4 hours, and normally I've had them come like a little bit after 10. Then like this one came at 1:39, so it was right before 2. So yeah, I'm just lucky that nobody picked up the package, took it home. I'm very lucky on that because in this world, especially in the U.S., a lot of countries don't deal with that foolishness, but here, I am very lucky that this package didn't go to somebody else house. But yeah, I wanted to quickly unbox that, tell a story. I have some other packages to unbox. I got like a Turtles book I got unboxed from Steppo. I forgot it was Shredder. I think it was Shredder one because that's the one I don't have. So I got to do that later. But I wanted to do this, knock this out, and get over with. So let me shout out the chat really quickly. Bleeker says everyone's doing verticals. I don't know. I just clicked on it. I really don't care for it, especially like I have it on the side of my screen because you can watch what you're doing. I don't care for it, so I probably won't be doing that again. He says, "Who that? You're a winner because I voted for you. Happy birthday, Bleak." Oh, Bleak's birthday. Wait, did it happen already? I thought it was coming up. If it is, happy birthday, Bleak. Thought it was coming up. All right. Before I show these books and show these grades, this is the channel membership giveaway. First appearance of Doc Samson. About a mid-grade copy. Well, probably like a 4 or 5. But first Doc Samson, Hulk 141. This is going to go to a lucky channel member. Good luck. If you want to be a channel member, just join. The lowest tier is $1.99. You can win some cool first appearances. I do have other books I could add if we get more channel members. So that hopefully, we get some more members. We can give that away. I know on the regular screen you can see it. The vertical you can't. I don't think you can. I don't know. But here's the book again. So good luck to the channel members. I did receive a new book. I'll show it off. I was going to actually sell it on Astonishing probably this weekend. Oh no, I got price to call. Hold up. I don't know if I'll do it Sunday, but I got a Dr. Doom Fantastic Four issue 1 John Boy Myers variant limited to 2,500 copies. So that'll be available on the auction soon. So let's get this unboxing. I think it's only 5 books. Only 5 books. But I'm just very lucky that, I'm happy I was off. And I'm just lucky nobody took the box. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know what that FedEx, I don't know if that was a new FedEx person, what they were thinking, but obviously to me they weren't thinking, because they signed my name, and it's insane to think about. So I got 5 books here. Let me see. This is available. This is 3 out of the 5. 3 out of 5 will be available. One of them actually goes live. It might be live now. I have to see. One of them actually might be live now, and I'll show that one first. It was the only one I thought was going to be a 9.8, and it came back a 9.8. So there we go. This is Wolverine 36. This is a 1 in 25 second print sketch cover. First appearance of Hellverine. So Wolverine and a demon takes over Wolverine and he becomes Hellverine. Here's a closer view of Wolverine. The skull's on fire. Riding got the claws and everything. So this is actually a really cool book. I think it's like sells for like $150 to $199, I think, something in that range. But this will be available. Actually, it's on Sharpbox. I think I don't know if it goes live in 30 minutes or it's already live. I'll check. So if somebody is interested in this book and it hadn't gone live yet, let me know. But if it is, it's on a $150 auction because I've seen sales at that price. So that's why I kind of put it at. So first appearance of Hellverine, 1 in 25. Francis Yu. Oh, I like the back too. Look at the back. Joe Fixon. Joe Fixon. Said FedEx hires off-brand drivers. Time of the this is what it's even worse than that initially. So FedEx is unlike UPS. FedEx is contracted work. So they don't actually work for FedEx, even though they are working for FedEx. They work the people I know down here, they contracted those jobs, so those drivers. So it's even worse than just during this time of the year. It's year round like that. So they can't really get in trouble. So because I've called and somebody has talked to somebody who ran a warehouse and gets everything, make sure it's on the stuff on the packages, and so a driver did something. He was like, "Well, I have to get with his supervisor because he's contracted like all our drivers are, and let him know." And I was like, and he said basically nothing will happen because they're contractors, and I guess they need people. So yeah, I was like, what? So yeah, so that's why when I had that incident, I never did like FedEx, because knowing that they're contracted work and they pretty much can do whatever they want. Yeah, I mean, they get paid decently, but they're not like a union, like UPS. So all right, so let's go to the next book. Wait, oh man, you know what? All right, I'm going to. So I'll show this next book. This book. So Dustin thought that was a 9.8. This next book here is one that's going to be on an auction tomorrow on Shortbox. But Dustin thought this would be a 7.0, 7.5. The person I bought it from thought a 6.5, 7.0, and it came back a 7.0. But this is the 30-cent price variant. So it's X-Men 98. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee actually make a cameo in this issue in 2 panels. But it is the price variant in a 7.0 white pages. So it came up in the range that Dustin thought. It was in a higher range than the person that I bought it from. I mean, after looking at it now, yeah, it's a 7. I think 7.5 would have been the max, but I think 7 is correct on it. So I'm gonna go down these books. I'll do this one first. All right, this one. This one I'll show what I didn't pay this price because I always get deals. But this was it first? I think first full cover of Zatanna. The person graded it a 4.5, 4.0 to 4.5. He had it priced at $75. Your boy gotta ask for a little discount. So I don't. Dustin, I forgot what Dustin thought this was. Let's see. I might have to pull up the grade. Let me see what Dustin thought this was. Help me. Give me a second, guys. You guys can guess what grade it is if you guys want. But like I said, the person I bought it from thought it was a 4.0, 4.5. He said needs a press. This is the first full cover appearance of Zatanna. This is DC Superstars 11. So let me see. Pull up the grader stuff. I don't remember all of them. I remember. So Dustin thought this was a 7.0 to a 7.5, which is significantly higher than the 4.0, 4.5 that the person I purchased this from. So it's actually a really nice book. Tough and high grades because it's like a square bound because it's 50 cent. Not square bound, but it's a thicker book. So I don't see any guesses, but it came back a whole times 2 higher than what the person thought it was. So instead of a 4.0, 4.5, it's an 8.0 white pages. Last 2 books were white pages as well, that X-Men 98. But 8.0 white pages, nice Zatanna cover. Carmen Infantino did the art. Gary Miro did the cover, but very impressed with this one. I wait till I gotta share. When I finish doing my payment plan on some other books from the guy I bought, I'm definitely gonna tag him on this book. and say, you know, because he told me to tag him when I get some really good stuff because it helps him with his sales because people, you know, he's like, hey man, you see what who that got? You didn't see what, who that Hey, Joffrey, man, guess when I say these next two books, I want you to guess so you can get. Well, the next book I'm going to show, I don't have what. I think I have it. I don't think I have what I paid, like what I grade. I thought it was. No, I don't have it. But I think I'll tell you what I think it is. But yeah, you can guess on the next ones. But yeah, 8-0, very impressed with the double up, basically. Like even higher than what Dustin thought it was. Dustin thought it was a 7 to 7.5. So shout out to the comic book chiropractor. Definitely hit them up, man. Use them when you can use them. I'm just gonna say use them up. I got some other books. Eventually, I'm gonna send to CGC, some Mark Jewelers and stuff. I was gonna send some books for the Todd McFarlane signing, but I just can't get over the $160 price tag. So I'm probably not going to send anything, which kind of sucks. I wanted to send at least one book, but man, he's almost double what he was last time. $160. He said he was like, we're not going to have as many books. He kind of, if you listen to how he made the announcement, he basically put the 160 price tag to mess with the. I don't know. I guess in his mind, it might be mess with the dealers, but it's also mess with the people who collect. That statement. So kind of listen to what he said, and it's kind of like, damn, that's why it's $160. Not happy with that, but all right. This blip issue 1 I have. I want to say the person was in the 8.0 range. I want to say in the 8.0 range, or it might be lower. Let me see what Dustin said. Eventually, I think it was lower than this 8.0. I think it was, I want to say in the 7s. But Blip 1, Dustin had it in an 8 to an 8.5. He said a chance at a 9.0 maybe. So he wasn't confident on that, but I think it was a lot lower. I want to say it was between a 7 and an 8, the person I purchased it from, but this is a rare newsstand. You don't see many newsstands available. And when they are, they cost a little bit more. But this is the first comic book appearance of Mario and Donkey Kong. So, you know, let's look it up. Has some spine wear, but some spine ticks. The back is actually pretty good. Back is pretty good. So Joffrey said a 7.0. But this book, I've had this book before, and not as good of a condition. Let me correct myself. I had this book before, but the condition was worse. So I ended up getting rid of that one. And then I ended up finding a newsstand. I held onto the newsstand raw for a while before I decided to get graded. Because what I like to do with books, when I send off books to get pressed and clean and graded, I try to send off a like that DC Superstars 11. That's a keeper unless I upgrade. And this one was one of the keepers as well. So that's why my thought process. I haven't seen many newsstands. They don't come up for sale. But we only had one guess, and let's see, 9.0 with the white pages. 9.0 with the white pages. First comic book appearance of Mario and Donkey Kong. This is one I'll be holding on to unless I upgrade, unless I see like a 9.2 or 9.4 come up for sale on an auction. And I'll probably have to watch it, see if it didn't go too crazy. And then this one will probably become available. But yeah, awesome book, man. Awesome book, especially in the newsstand. Because this you gotta think, this is the video game era. This book was tossed around. That's all I'm gonna say. Tossed around. So to find them even non-newsstands in high grade are very cool because it's the video game magazine, and we flipped through these things back in the day. This is before I was born, but I remember You know, if you see video game magazines, you would flip through it. And it's funny thing, it says video game magazine, but it's a comic book size. So that's why I kind of like confused with this book. But 9.0 white pages, very happy, very happy. Sweet grade, I agree. Wife was calling, but you know when a wife calls, what do? We normally hit the ignore, but I already had it on vibrate. Gotcha. I got her. She be knowing too. Like she be, I don't know you're live. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, right. Like you do perfect timing on such stuff. Nobody's that perfect. All right. Next book up. Next book up is a Star Wars 1. I'm actually going to cover the price with the sticker. I actually paid a little bit less from the markdown price. It was so funny. He marked it down, and I talked a little bit more. So Star Wars 1. Bam! Star Wars 1. I forgot what I talked about. I think I talked it on the 125. I talked it down at least a little bit more. So he got it. He had it graded at a 6.5. He had press with an exclamation point. So Dustin did his thing on it. Well, first off, when I received this book, I said, "How is it a 6.5? Like, what's wrong with the book?" And this is before I sent it off for press. I couldn't find an issue, and the one issue they have. Let me get back to the screen so I can see the screen before. So only issue I saw was that like a little ink or something on the back. It has a couple of spine ticks. Let's see, it's not that many spine ticks, but he said a 6.5, press with an exclamation point. You guys can guess the grade. Dustin actually did very well. Dustin, well, this was Dustin estimates. 9.0 to a 9.2. 9.0 to a 9.2. So give you a little hint. He had it at a 6.5. I thought it looked better than a 6.5. He said, please press it. And he's done this before. Dustin said 9.092. And if you notice with Dustin's estimates, he was at the top of one estimate. He knocked it over on another estimate. The Wolverine, he guessed a 9.8. What did he say about the Blip one? He said the Blip one also 8.085, a chance at 9.0. You know, so two were like, to me, the Blip and the DC Superstars were like knocked out apart. The X-Men was right on the money. We got a 9.2 guess. Oh, he said I effed up 8.5. So Jeffrey, you think he killed it on 3? Well, I say he think he killed it on 4 books, and the 5th book was a. Oh man, oh Dustin, you got to pick up your game, baby. You got to pick it up, Dustin. Cabra, you got to break those books back into shape. But since we got an 8.5, again, thank you guys for watching. Before we reveal this book, if you saw some of the stuff that I showed, the books I said I'm selling, just DM me, hit me up. I did show one raw book that is available as well. I've been working on some raw books. Before we reveal as well, don't forget the channel membership giveaway. I normally do a super chat giveaway, but I haven't been getting any super chats, so I kind of chilled out. But this was channel members' first appearance of Doc Savage. Damn. Hey, Bleak, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it might have had a chance at a 9.6 initially, but I missed that little stain on the back. I missed that ink stain on the back. So it's an ink stain on the back. So I missed that. But I thought it could have been like that high, but I surely didn't see that ink stain because I pulled it out in front and back. I didn't even notice that. There. But all right, that being said, let's get this over with, man. Let's get this over with. Originally priced at a 6.5, but he said please press. Came back a 9.0 white pages. So that's a big plus actually. All of the books had white pages. So that's actually really good. That's a big plus. All books had white pages. This is 1977, had a 1983. Everything was white pages, but I am happy with the 9.0 because I purchased it. It was supposed to be a 6.5, but he had press with an exclamation point. Doesn't mean it gone because he priced it at the 6.5 price. Just saying, priced it at the 6.5 price, and he actually gave me more of a discount because I asked for it. The Zatanna book, I don't know what he was thinking with the 4045, but this is the other book that's available. So good luck to anybody who's interested. This book I saw Shortbox had a sale 6 days ago for $350 plus shipping. I was like, so it ended up being like $365. That's not including no tax or anything. It was $365 last sale. That Shortbox I saw recorded. So this one will be available. If anybody's looking for Star Wars 1 and a 9.0, good price points in the 9.0. Once you get to 9.2, 9.2's like a good little bit more. 9.4, and then 9.2, 9.4, 5.6. The higher you go, the higher the price. But this is actually probably the best in that realm if you're looking for a grade. 9.0 Star Wars issue 1 will be available. So shout out to Dustin, the comic book chiropractor. Shout out to him, Dustin. Hit him up if you're interested in your stuff press. I know I'll be sending him stuff again probably end of the month maybe. I gotta talk to him, but I'll be sending him more stuff once I pay off my debts on books I got. So I'll be sending them, but I do have a shipment of books I need to send to CGC. I just haven't fully talked about not sending a book for Taiwan Farley. I'm leaning more of not, but I need to make that decision. I think this week, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check. I need to make it this week, the decision, and probably mail it out by Friday or Saturday or something. If I do that one book, but I do have probably about 4 Mark Jewelers / diamond inserts. I think 4. I'm counting in my head. I think it's 4, maybe 5. But there are 4 or 5 those Mark Jewelers / diamond inserts that I will be sending out to just get that in the ball. And then I have another set of books that I'm probably going to send to Dustin once I pay those off to get pressed and clean. And those will probably be the books in December to be sent off. So that's what I got going on my end. Thank you guys so much for watching the CBC Award, non-award winning Best Unboxing. FedEx Driver leaving packages, signing for them. I'm calling on you, bro. I don't care what people say. I'm ratting on you. Man, this is a lot of, some of these books, like $1,000 in books I could have lost. But y'all be cool, man. I hope y'all have a good one. Stuff that I got going on. I'm trying to get with Boston Chris. We're gonna try to do a graphic content sometime soon. Probably just at least a couple of shows before the new year. I think just talk about how the year went, and maybe talk about some movies, and then maybe the next show talk about what we think the next year will hold for the comic market. That's kind of like what I want to do on graphic content. Coming up, I'll be doing a spec that is not a spec recording. Also, I have, like I said, a couple of unboxes. One from Stepo. I showed that Turtles. This TMNT, I think Best of Shredder book he sent me. So I'm gonna show that off because I don't have that one. That'll be cool. And I'll have another CGC unboxing. I'm just waiting for it to be shipped. It's only 4 books on that one, and I think 2 out of the 4 will be available in those books. Astonishing Whale Auction is just Saturday. I'll be part of that. You will see Star Wars 1 and others on the Whale Auction. So I'll be there on the Whale Auction. I think I'll be on the Sunday regular auction. I'm not sure. But What else? Church this Sunday. I don't think I'll be there for church. Also, the hunt. What was it? I can't even think. Hustlemania. Hustlemania is in a couple of weeks. My work, I might not be able to participate. I might participate, but I don't know. I haven't decided. But Hustlemania, definitely check that out. I'm out of here. Y'all be cool. See you guys later. Peace out. That's all I got, man. If anybody's doing an off air or wants to do an off air, let me know. I can drop the link. Peace out.
Think positive. Never show any sign of weakness. Always go for the throat. Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem. Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness. The Super Bowl, the World Series, they don't know what pressure is. In this building, it's either kill or be killed. You make no friends in the pits and you take no prisoners.
You son of a bitch.
We happy? Vincent! We happy?
Yeah, we happy.